death, murder, extinction, genocide, abortion. It's women's rights. My body, my choice. It's just women's rights. Murder of the innocent was on the ballot across this country in this 2024 election.
To some of the other top issues, the border and reproductive rights. Elizabeth Schulze is in the border state of Arizona. And Elizabeth, Arizona also just one of 10 states where abortion was on the ballot. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Robin. And in 10 of those 10 states, 7 of them, including here in Arizona, passed ballot initiatives to expand abortion access. So propositions in Arizona, Colorado, Maryland, Montana, Missouri, Nevada, and New York passed with broad support. So basically that means that those state constitutions will now be amended to enshrine the right to an abortion. And this is especially notable in Missouri, where the total ban there will now be reversed. On the other hand, in Florida, voters failed to meet a 60% vote threshold there. So they did not pass the measure. Its 6-week ban will stay in place. Voters are also keeping in place a total abortion ban in South Dakota and a 12-week ban in Nebraska. So the bottom line, this is still a galvanizing issue for voters, including in some red and swing states. But the winning streak for abortion rights initiatives on the ballot since the end of Roe v. Wade has now come to an end.
Hello, friend, and welcome back to The Conservative Poet with me, Amania. As you know, on this channel, we talk everything politics, reactions, political commentary, a little bit of humor, some parody to drive home the crazies that we are seeing in the society. So if you're back, that means you enjoyed the content. So help me out, friend. Like, share, and comment. That way other people can find the Conservative Poet and they can enjoy this awesome content that we're putting out. So thank you very much for your participation. Again, like, share, comment. It all helps me out. Without further ado, we're going to get into this video right now. Friends, in this conversation, we're talking about what took place last night in our country. Yes, President Trump was reelected for the 3rd time. Yes, and I'm pumped and excited. I was on the radio last night. I was supposed to live stream, but I couldn't get it done. But I was on the radio, and I've put in the community a live link where you can watch the commentary off the Facebook page of the radio station if you are interested in that commentary. I really wish I could put it on here, and I really wish I could have live streamed it, but it just didn't work. But anyway, we're going to move on from that. So yes, President Trump, 3 o'clock this morning, I was, oh God. Yo, when I got home from the radio last night, we were there on the air till about midnight. And I got home maybe about 1 o'clock almost, somewhere there. And I was watching and waiting to see how this all went down. And I laid down, I think somewhere around 2 o'clock, the television started talking. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, it's happened. And it was glorious. And I watched President Trump's speech. What an amazing thing. And you know what I missed? I never heard Kamala Harris call to concede. But we're going to talk about that in a different video. This video, we're going to talk about the amendments and what happened in Florida with Amendment 3 and Amendment 4. During this battle to keep abortion off the ballot in Florida, this fight started, for me, it started practically the week after the midterms, because just a few days after the midterms, I was in I was in the shopping center and in the parking lot, and somebody approached me, and it was the petition to put Amendment 4 on the ballot. And as this person, green-haired freak, you can always tell, this green-haired person comes up to me to talk about this, and I says, wait a minute. What? Oh no. What? You want to do what? I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not going to sign your petition. And then about a week or two later, I'm in a different complex, and somebody comes up to me, and this one is for putting marijuana on the ballot. This is not even a month after the midterms. The Democrats were already on the ground putting it together. And I started talking to people. I says, you know, I've been approached twice in shopping centers by green-haired freaks peoples about abortion on the ballot and marijuana on the ballot. But nobody was ready to deal with it. Months went by, a year went by, and I kept saying, friends, we got some things that's coming for us if you're not paying attention. Marijuana's coming for us, and abortion's coming for us. And there was no real movements for a year. Eventually, people started to wake up and says, you know what? Maybe we should start putting coalitions together to defeat this thing. And so many coalitions started to happen. We had a whole bunch of different chefs in the kitchen cooking. You know, this one's doing this one's doing that, this one's doing this one's doing that. And for a while, I said, with so many hats, so many chefs in the kitchen, man, we could really lose this thing. This thing could really pass. And once it became serious and that they had it ready to go and it was prepared to be put on the ballot, that's when people woke up and was like, oh my God, we can't let this happen in Florida. And so we got together and we came together. And last night, the coalition of Floridians said no to Amendment 3, which is legalizing marijuana in the state where people can be anywhere smoking pot. Oh, it's medical. You know, I needs it for my medical. I got nothing to do with health, but I've been in places where marijuana, I just don't want it all over the place. I don't want to walk anywhere and here you are smoking your joint like it's, no, I don't want to have to go through that. So my thing was no for this. And besides, the people don't really have control over it. It's the people that's making it and growing it and selling it to you. That's who has control over it. So anyway, Amendment 3, the marijuana bill, did not pass. Abortion, Amendment 4, which would give these people the ability to kill babies 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 5 months. We know a child can survive at 5 months outside of the womb. Testimony here, my son did. So I know for a fact that children can live 5 months outside of the womb, but they want to 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, and even after it has been born. That is murder. And we said, no way. Not in Florida. Not in Florida. Not in Florida. Friend, are you exhausted with the gaslighting from the left? Because I know I am. And sometimes it can be a tad bit stressful. And in those moments, I whip out my patriotic candles and I burn for freedom. I burn for our country. And I get a little bit of relief from the insanity that's coming from the left. So today you can get it 30% off at the Orlando Patriot. Grab yourselves some candles to relieve your stress as we hone into this election and it's becoming more and more stressful. Grab some for your friends, family, even grab some for a liberal or a leftist because they are stressed out too. So 30% off orlandopatriot.com. I'll see you there. Thank you. I really appreciate your help. We here in Florida didn't just organize signs and events and all of these things in order to defeat Amendment 4. Friends, we prayed. We petitioned the courts of heaven. We called on Jesus. I did. I have an abortion facility literally in walking distance from me. And for weeks upon weeks, months, during my morning walk, I would intentionally walk over that way so that I could pray on the property before anybody was out there. A lot of times people come and protest and they're out there with their signs and they're praying and all that. I would be out there at about 7:30 or so mornings. Sometimes I wouldn't go to 6 a.m. prayer because I wanted to be in that space. And I would walk the pavement, me and my dog, and I would pray, and I would pray, and I would pray. What's ironic about this is that right next door to the abortion kill center is a pregnancy center. It's just, I wish I had thought to, I didn't even think I was going to bring this up for this video, but it's not nothing I can't do. It's right down the road. I could take a picture so you could see the two in the same vicinity, death and life. And that's how I would approach the throne. I would approach it like that. Lord, this is death and this is life. And I would pray. And I would pray. Prayer is what kept Amendment 4 from going through, not just my prayers, but many, many prayers. We prayed. The church prayed. My church prayed. Many other churches prayed, and we asked God to help. Our governor went to work. The doctors went to work to keep this thing out of Florida. But what I didn't realize was that there were other states. There were 10 other states that had the same thing going. You saw the beginning of this video. 7 of those states said yes, and they passed murder. 7 of those states. Not Florida. And I think North Dakota was the other one. No. 2 out of 10. And then we have one that's in the middle. But God was with Florida last night. Our prayers was heard. And I feel like my prayers was heard because I petitioned God. I petitioned the court of heaven to keep this thing from passing. And I worked. I was on the ground, putting out signs, events, whatever it took. Made videos. Whatever it took to make sure that this didn't happen here. I'll take you now into a clip that talks a little bit about what happened last night in Florida.
Hello and welcome to the special CBS News Miami election update. I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. Let's get right over to Jim Barry for the latest numbers on both Amendments 3 and 4. Jim, Amendment 3 on marijuana and 4 on abortion now projected not to pass.
Exactly right, Lauren, and that is the breaking news at this hour, and let's show you why. Here's Amendment 4, the abortion amendment, which would guarantee a woman's right to abortion in the state of Florida. And you look at the numbers and you say, well, wait a minute, 57% are voting yes, 43% no, but of course, because of that 60% threshold, that means this amendment will not pass. And we look at the map here, pretty much divided from the central and south Florida. It's green, people there voting yes, but in the central part and the western part of Florida, they're solidly voting no. And as we look at Amendment 3, also, which would have legalized marijuana for recreational use, it is going down by an even bigger margin, only about 56% saying yes. Again, not close to the threshold needed for this amendment to pass. So big wins for Governor Ron DeSantis. He voiced his opposition to both of these amendments, and they are both going down to defeat, guys.
Right. Seen that, heard that, good. So yesterday, election day, I sent out multiple shorts and live streams in reference to what I was doing on the ground pertaining to the election and working and putting out signs and so on and keeping up with my precincts. I had about 5 precincts that I was, watching. So one of the precincts that I went to early in the morning was about, I think I was there about 8 yesterday morning. And if you watched and you already know what I'm talking about, I encountered Congressman Maxwell Frost. Now, he is the Gen Zer who is in charge, or the congressman, and he's been reelected, friends, in Orange County District 10. So I took the opportunity to ask him about 2 of the amendments. So one amendment that they are for, it is the preservation of wildlife. So the fish and birds and so on, bears and all of these things. So they are voting no. They say that if you hunt, if you fish, if you hunt and fish, that these are cruel towards the animals. It's animal cruelty. And therefore, we cannot stand to do that to animals. We're voting no. I said, okay, Congressman. And I said, how do you feel about Amendment 4? Here, I'll let him tell it.
Find it and make sure you get in line by 7. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? Is that okay? I know. That's okay.
What's the question?
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
So, Amendment 2. How do you feel about Amendment 2?
Amendment 2, we're telling people to vote no on that.
Okay, so that's voting no on Amendment 2, and that's for the animals, right? And then, so vote no to preserve animal life. Is that what we're doing?
We're saying no on 2.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about it? What do you know about it?
We're telling people to vote no on 2.
That's
What's
it.
your second question?
My second question. Amendment, Amendment 4.
Yes, we're saying yes on 4.
So we're saying no to killing animals, but yes to killing babies.
No, we're saying yes to bodily autonomy for women and childbearing adults in the country.
We're saying yes to preserve animals, our little pets and dogs, our cats and dogs. Yes, we're going to preserve their life, but we're going to say yes to kill babies.
No, we're not saying yes to kill babies. We're saying yes.
Abortion up to 9 months.
We're saying yes to bodily autonomy.
Bodily autonomy.
Yeah, the ability for people to make decisions about their body.
Okay, well, we can't have burgers, but we can kill babies. Thank you, Congressman Frost.
Who said you can't have burgers?
Thank you.
That's a crazy thing to say.
All right, look at us. It's happening.
Word salad. That's all I can say.
All right. Beautiful.
Good job. I need to go poll watch.
Awesome. Go do it. We're going to win this thing. Oh, go get him. Go get him. Go get him, girl. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. There's your congressman. We're going to save the dogs, but we're going to kill the babies. We're going to save the dogs, but we're going to kill the babies. All right. All right.
Take care.
I'll see you, honey. I'm going to flip it over. So you guys heard it right here from the congressman. We're going to vote no to killing animals, but we're going to vote yes to killing babies. Maxwell Frost. This is why Eatonville is the way it is. Because I'll see y'all later.
So there you have it, the congressman. Animal life more precious than human life. They will fight so you can't even eat fish or hamburgers because it's cruelty to the animal. But they have no problems with ripping the arms of a baby, ripping the legs, crushing the brain, ripping itself out of its mother's womb. That's not cruelty. That's women's choice. That's bodily autonomy. Right? That's who these people are. And don't get me wrong, I'm a animal person. I got my little pup. You know, I'm an animal person. I love them. We just have to remember that since the beginning of time, wildlife, fish, meat has been a part of the human diet. It is what it is. I don't want to eat the dogs now. I don't want to eat the cats now. But I'm okay with a burger. I'm okay with some salmon. I do like some sushi. I do like some crab. You know? Yeah. I like me some pork chops sometimes too. Yeah, I love me some ribs. It is what it is. God gave us dominion. That means humans are above animals. Humans are above animals. So, taking a human life cannot compare to taking a wild animal's life. And so, that's these people' logic. If you're so passionate about saving animal life, but you're not even passionate about saving humans, people, I don't understand. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, friends, because I don't understand. Animal cruelty, but not human cruelty? Make it make sense. But it made sense to the Floridians this election because they said no to it here in Florida. And I'm excited and super proud that I took part in this wonderful movement to save babies, to save souls, to not let Florida become a destination place for death and murder. So, with that, I'm going to leave you and I'm going to give you a little photo collage of some of the things that I saw on the ground, some of the signs, and some pictures of me out there doing the work with Amendment 4. So, God bless you and keep you. And I really feel bad for the other 7 states that passed this. All of them, Arizona, Colorado, New York, Virginia, Maryland, I believe Virginia. Yeah. God be with you, friends, because innocent blood, God will not continue to tolerate the shedding of innocent blood. So I'm glad God came through, and Florida is not a destination for this. Because, friends, God's wrath is rough. And we being in this Florida state with all these hurricanes, thank you, God, for not letting Amendment 4 pass. Because we prayed and we prayed and you partnered alongside us to do no harm to the innocent. Friends, I'm off my soapbox. God bless you and keep you. And I'm going to see you in the video that we're going to make about President Trump becoming number 3, 45, 46, 47, 45, 46, 47. I want to see you in that video. Let's go.